Welcome to Best There Is Podcast. We are here. I wouldn't say this is exactly how it's gonna look from now on, but this is how we had to wing it for the November end of the month episode. We're gonna try to do these end of the month where we could accumulate enough of good, fun pop culture stuff. I'm sure I'll figure out things in the middle where we might do quick takes where we maybe talk about a trailer that dropped or something like that. But this is mainly for us to focus on things that have been going on. Even December, I'm getting already ready sounds weird for talking about Deadpool. I'm waiting for a few more announcements though, because I feel like we're gonna get a lot.
Yeah, what?
There's just been like already a few announcements of who's gonna be in it in the cast. And I don't want to even talk about.
You
it.
think we get like a trailer and stuff?
I doubt it.
Filming.
Yeah, but they're already announcing who's gonna be in it and stuff. I'm hoping.
The only thing filming is Agatha.
Agatha is filming next week. What?
I think that's when it starts filming.
So news and rumors right now. Well, as far as this go with news, that we got the Guardians trailer. Maybe we'll do this differently, but today we won't. It looks gut-wrenching. It looks like it's just sad. I don't know if James Gunn is just going to go out and just make a horrible, sad movie. I don't know how much of his heart was in it.
What if it's a good sad movie?
It could be.
And I feel like that's
number
what
two
he
was.
usually
Number
does.
two was. My only issue was he had so many issues during this, and then he eventually left and went to DC, and he says everyone knows his obligation is still to promote this and blah blah blah. I don't know how much love he has for it. I don't know how much love he has for the characters. But
he didn't have to come back.
It's very true, but I think he came back for the people more than anything.
Just to finish it off? Just be like, okay, I started this part of the universe.
And he said already
Put a
that,
cap on it.
this team's going to be done. So, I don't like the idea of team being done, but I do think someone like Rocket, for example, could be on Avenger team, because basically in Endgame, he was part of the Avenger team. Like, when they go to...
Is he the only Guardian to survive?
Him and Nebula
Okay.
are on the mission.
Yeah.
Nebula goes with War Machine.
And then he goes
Thor and Rocket. So we actually saw Guardians part of that team, of the Avenger team. So
if you watch the holiday special, you learn that the Guardians do know like a first name basis to other Avengers.
Cool. I have to watch that. So that's again another thing that probably we'll cover for. We're already in December, but we're gonna have to run a train on these videos. Then it's gonna go relaxing. Hopefully, we figure out a way where we don't have to be here for all of it, and we can still be on video. I am very big on us being on video, at least for this one, to show it respect. And my wife's like, "Who's on video nowadays?" I'm like, everybody, but nobody's usually don't do video because it's a lot of work to make it all work and come together.
Well, it's like you're adding extra levels on it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's
on the editing
normally because everyone has a podcast. It's easy to do a podcast just because you just record. And now having a good sounding podcast, that's a whole different story because anyone can record it. But us all around a snow globe, I don't know if it'd work. Was that what it's called? Snow globe? The one I have one of them.
I think that's one of the Blue Yeti brand.
But anyways, the trailer looked interesting. Transformers looks very interesting to me just because I like Beast Wars so much. I don't know what the story is going to be about. It's probably going to be shitty, but
is it still Michael Bay?
I believe so. Is it?
I don't think so.
No? Well, seeing Optimus Primal and what's Cheetor? What's
something like that. I don't remember any of their names.
Dinobot there?
Oh, the Raptor? Yeah. I don't remember seeing
That's his name, right?
They show
there are the Dinobots.
There was an eagle. There was a...
They show the eagle. They show the rhino.
Waspinator?
I didn't see Waspinator.
I didn't see Waspinator.
So that's what I was looking for in the trailer.
Waspinator.
But people
you
are
see
already...
the T-Rex?
People are already bitching. Grimlock wasn't part of Beast Wars.
Megatron was a T-Rex.
Oh.
He's a giant purple dinosaur.
No, I think if they do the villains, they're going to save them, I think, for another trailer. Or
Ron Perlman's doing Optimus Primal.
Well, they're different. It's a different
I thought Optimus Primal was Optimus Prime.
No, they're different people. It's like millions of years in the future, and then they go back in time.
It's so fucking weird. I always
But not
thought
in
as
this,
a
'cause
kid.
it's present
In the
time.
original one.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
So in
I
the original
thought-
one, there's a bunch of shit that happens later. That Megatron is not the same Megatron that Optimus Primal is in. They like have like an even bigger war for the Transformers shit, and then they go back in time because for some fucking reason there's some tablet or some golden record involved. It's literally like a golden
I didn't
record.
see the beaver one guy too. What was the one with the big buck teeth?
I just thought of Winnie the Pooh right now.
I did not care for
Winnie
Beast
the
Wars.
Pooh.
Beast Wars was on every day before I went to school.
So ugly.
It's
in
very ugly.
fourth,
so
fifth, and
ugly.
sixth year.
It looks so
grade.
bad.
It probably looked bad back then too.
No,
It
was
didn't matter.
glorious.
We were kids, and
I guess.
it looked amazing.
Do you remember how like reboot?
It was Reboot.
Reboot.
But
looked
Reboot's
so
kind of like
good.
intentionally bad, right?
No, I think they
I think
try
if
their
it-
little.
They
heart
mix
out.
a lot of things into that.
I think if Reboot came out now, it ended up looking like Code
And-
Lyoko or something.
And the last trailer.
That doesn't look very good.
What was it?
Code Lyoko. It's a French interpretation of anime.
It sounds very familiar, but I don't think.
I'm sure you've probably seen it on Cartoon
They got big
Network.
foreheads, like real big foreheads, and they go into like a 3D world. Some guy literally has a waifu on the internet.
Ileta.
Yeah, it's this literal waifu.
Every episode that it resets, and everybody forgets about everything that happened, except for them.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound interesting.
it's Groundhog Day.
It was kind of interesting, but they
It
all
was-
had big heads, and it was ugly to watch.
It was a relatively innovative idea for kids shows at that time, at least in this part of the West.
When's that time?
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was wasn't Cartoon Network. It was Kids XD. No, what was it?
DVX.
It ended up
Discovery
coming-
X, right? Was that Big X, right?
It was WB.
Maybe it was.
Kids for kids TV.
Maybe.
During
then it came-
Freakazoid days.
No. During
Oh.
during like Sonic.
And then it
days.
came to like Toonami or
Oh yeah. Okay.
some type of,
They're
Yeah.
back doing that, right?
I don't know. I don't have cable.
Mm.
And then the other trailer was Mario, which
Which I did not get a chance to watch.
looks
actually.
really good, but
Looks
Chris
amazing.
Pratt still sucks.
Does he still not do the voice? Did you do a Boston accent at least?
The only thing he did was
There's a
at the,
Wahoo at the end.
at the end he does a Wahoo that sounds like Mario.
Wahoo!
But through the whole thing,
It's very interesting because so Nintendo's super ashamed of the 90s movie, but there's so many elements from that movie that have been carried on to this movie. And
as
I-
in
Like them being actual plumbers that live in New York, and
how do you know they're from New York?
we don't know where they're. It's probably New Donk City or something,
New Donk City.
but they're not from the Mushroom
No
Kingdom.
Seth Rogen in it though. Donkey Kong is seen very Thor Ragnarok scene,
I thought that was cool.
but they're like in a pit and they're like gonna fight each other. And he's
They don't
like,
wanna
I know
throw-
him from work.
They don't want to throw everything
That
out
didn't
at
happen.
once.
But we didn't get no like, you know. Which I don't know how Donkey Kong will sound. If it's Seth Rogen without putting effort.
He's never talked, has he, as a character?
Donkey Kong?
Mm-hmm. Not like. Oh, besides the show, I guess. Not funny.
They show his,
Didn't laugh.
they show
they need
his
to give him
grandpa
a
or
musical.
whatever, right?
Yeah, Cranky's.
Yeah, he's got to start rapping. And somebody's got to cut him off. Like, no.
Cranky's like the king of that Coliseum.
It looks like Grandmaster. It looks just like Ragnarok. But Jack Black, I try to even just listen and think of it. This is Jack Black, but you could tell it's like he's trying.
He sounds good.
He sounds pretty nice.
Peel-
Charlie sounds.
Or Pill. Pill sounds good as Toad.
Well, he's putting on a little bit of the hello voice.
Yeah.
Charlie sounds good as Luigi. I don't.
It's weird. I like it kind of, but then it's like doesn't sound like Luigi. But for some reason, I'm letting it slide because of the cartoon in it.
Luigi just kind of has that scared
Yeah,
Yeah,
voice. so
that's a
it-
good
it
casting.
works well.
because he's kind of like I'm just trying. Like Bowser's like choking him, which is really weird.
It's like Curse the Cowardly Dog.
the story looks like Luigi's not going to be with Mario for most
But
of it.
Luigi is the damsel in distress.
That's what it looks like.
And
And
Peach is the badass. Of the
she grabs like a spear and like flicks it around, And then that's the girl with the huge eyes.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
And Taylor, whatever.
That's Magic.
Magic, right?
She's Magic.
Which we'll probably never see her as Magic again.
It's Magic.
Magic's a huge character.
But I don't know. There's no room for her.
You
Even
think
when
if you asked a
one of
normal
the main
person, they'd know who that
characters
was.
in Midnight Suns game that came out today. That
did it come out today?
it's getting amazing reviews.
You can ship anybody.
I need to return my Gotham Knights.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah. See, the thing people need to learn is that you don't buy a game the first week it comes out anymore. I didn't even buy the Pokemon game. Did
I
you?
didn't buy.
I haven't bought it because I don't have any money.
I didn't buy
But
Gotham
I would buy
Knight
it
until
for
like the
that.
second, third week. But I heard bad reviews and there was decent, and I was like, well, at least me and Logan can play together. And I always forget we can't play together.
It's only single player?
It's multiplayer, but we both need to have.
A copy of the game.
So this happens every time. I read on it,
Just
and
buy the Ninja Turtle game.
Because it needs to
Shredder's
have
Revenge.
like
I read
what is it?
always,
in-game
and it
co-op?
says-
what's it called? There's like a
it says
specific word.
co-op, and then it says multiplayer.
Split screen co-op. Usually it'll say. On
So
the
I'm
back.
like, if it says one or both of these, we could play together.
You know the
Cool.
Lego games are split screen co-op.
Which one?
The Lego games.
Oh, he's seen plenty of Lego games be
Okay.
played.
You played?
No, I'm talking about Logan playing
Oh,
Lego games constantly.
That's
we
all I
had-
can ever think of is them building stuff really fast.
we had God, I was
And
going,
all the great Star Wars noises they
I was
created
going
when they
through,
I
died.
didn't like the Star Wars one.
What?
I was going through a horrible depression. I had no antidepressants at that time. But
Jurassic Park.
I was trying to play with Logan and focus, and it was really hard. But we were playing. It was the Star Wars. What is it called? It's not a sample, but where you get a little bit of it.
Demo.
The demo of it, and it's weird. But the dopest thing is you could turn into BB-8 most of the time, I think, and that was sick to roll around.
Yeah,
as BB-8.
those games are awesome. Those games are great.
But it gets very repetitive.
Yes. And no, because you have to play to really complete the game. You have to play
Think
through it
they'll
with
make a
multiple different
Andor
characters.
Lego.
Andor is a whole different subject.
I just don't like how they start making up talk.
Someone put I haven't watched Am's.
Oh, Lego Andor.
I haven't watched Wednesday yet, but they have Wednesday and some girl in it. I guess she's annoying, and it showed Mandalorian over that girl and Book of Boba, and Andor was on or Wednesday, and everybody's like,
What are you
"Yeah,
talking
Andor. It's a meme. Andor is so much better than everything in Star
Memes are
Wars."
impossible to describe.
That's true.
They don't translate because you're like, oh, it's like a photo of like a spirit in the back of a room, and then it has text above it that says
watched-
sample text, and under it says, "I need beans."
I
God,
watched about
beans.
15 minutes of Andor, and then I was like,
I've heard nothing but people
can't
falling
do this.
asleep, and I.
and then
I
I
have
10 out of 10,
no-
10 out of 10, 10
Yeah.
out of 10. I'm like, where?
But see,
It's all
someone.
these fucking journalists hyped up on Adderall that could sit through the whole fucking.
This is the best
but-
show I've watched.
But the thing
in-
is, though, someone like Donnie, who's obsessed with Star Wars, he actually hates like what they're doing to it. But anything different, he's like, I'm all for it. He's the only person I know that is really like watched everyone, even though he's like been like, that was a shitty episode. Next episode, that was a shitty episode. Next, like he keeps watching it. He was like, he's holding
He's a
on.
glutton for punish.
He's holding on to the fact that it will get better.
I mean, they even put it on Hulu as well, just
It
to
seems
get
like that
more
would-
views.
Seems like that would.
I think it's a
Why
Star
would-
Wars
if it- if-
burnout, right? There has to be.
I mean, I think everything's getting to a burnout, which is a thing I'll end up talking about, but I don't know. So Andor finished. I wish Donnie could be on here to bring more to it. It's just there's so many things to watch. That was something that I didn't care for the character before. I'm not going to care for him pretty much after. I saw
Plus, he's gonna die.
Yeah, that's true.
spoiler. He dies.
Dom fucking dies, bro.
Which is weird
Spoiler for
because
Gears of War 3.
like I didn't have that issue watching episodes 1 through 3.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
Like,
And those weren't
leading
that
up to
great.
4 through 6.
Maybe they just packed all that shit in.
like I just
All the
I
relatively
just
okay
enjoyed
shit
them.
in the front.
But like this was like, oh, they're gonna die. But like, I don't know. I
Well,
just can't connect.
Speaking of Dom dying, Dave Bautista's rumored for Marcus Phoenix. We already had him tease it a while back, remember? He was a downloadable character in one of the games that got released.
Gears 5 or whatever? Gears 4?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I am obsessed with Gears of War. I actually put a post out to say if anyone knows a 360 for sale. Well,
I gave mine to your brother. So
I want to be able to just play it with Logan, so we can
It might need some repairs.
We actually could play on the same screen.
Does it have the red ring?
No. It has a problem with the power cord in the back. It can't draw power. I've tried multiple different cords. It's just a thing.
It
in
can't
there is
get power.
fucked up. So basically, what Jake would have to do is open it up, straighten out that little thing, and then close it.
Can't you just get? Can't you
might
play
be
it
able to
on?
just
But you
do
can't
on
have my hard
modern day
drive.
Xbox. Can't
You
just
probably can, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to buy a brand new Xbox.
They aren't that expensive. Isn't there a cheap
I'm not-
version?
There is a cheap version, yeah.
I am not rich, and I don't know if I want another Xbox. But then having a 360 is having another Xbox. I just want to play Gears of War. I looked online, and you only could get the last two. You can't get the older ones.
Is it not on computer?
I just said the last two or so were on the
They
computer.
haven't made a remaster yet. And
But-
putting those kinds of games over to PCs when they
I-
they designed, they weren't even like designed on PCs. They were designed on Xbox 360s. I mean, yeah, Xbox 360s.
I feel like.
But the
they
experience of me and
remastered
my
it.
son playing is what I want. Us sitting side by side
You want your
playing.
son just to cut a locust in half with a chainsaw gun?
Yeah, but side by side playing
Let's fucking go!
in curb stop. Oh, it was good times.
Straight ruthless.
And then what was funny is it's not the creator, designer says keep
Cliff Blazinski.
Chris Pratt as far as way possible from this because it's going to be on Netflix.
So it's gonna be terrible.
I'm guessing. Don't say that. You guys
It's
love
not.
Sandman and shit.
Sandman's incredible.
Yeah, but a majority of the stuff Netflix puts out is garbage.
If they do the right thing,
No,
it's
no.
been the right time.
What's something recent that they adapted that turned out pretty good?
Not Death Note.
Well,
Not-
not I'm talking about
a lot
not
of
animes.
a lot of anime stuff doesn't really.
They're gonna try to do One
translate.
Piece. I wonder if your son's gonna want to watch.
That has
He
a
does.
lot of money behind it.
a lot. I know it's
lot.
crazy.
He's super excited.
And the cast like
The cast looks decent.
I mean it's all basically
This
the races the
motherfucker
characters are supposed to be.
Felt
so.
like a star in San Francisco when we went to the convention.
I bet.
I'm
he looks
Monkey
just
D.
like Luffy.
He was literally
Wow. Okay, Luffy's
walking.
description is very vague. He's just
Well, it's a
black-haired-
skinny little looking kid with
Yes, I
fucked
know.
up brown
But an
hair.
Asian kid can look that way. A white kid can look that way.
He just has the frame right now. Long, skinny
No, yeah.
arms. Walking down the street, he got like 5 Luffys before he walked in. Like, Luffy! Luffy! And he's just like fucking pointing like a Ghostbuster and shit. Yeah, like, I was like, dude, I told you. People are going to probably ask for pictures and stuff. I don't think anyone asked, though. But he liked it because everyone was like, oh. And then when he got the autograph, they cost so fucking much.
Where did he go? Who do you get the autograph from?
Oh, the guy that voices Shoto. That was his first person.
Shoto Todoroki? You mean the guy from
Hero Academia?
with the red?
Chris Briner, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Logan loves Shoto. That's like
No,
his
that's
favorite.
fine.
So,
By the way, I love how his name is Shoto, and he's a very Shoto type of character.
I thought it was weird when I learned his name was Shoto, but Logan went to him first, and then he told him, oh, I just did a voice in One Piece as well. He showed him the picture of the guy or whatever.
What character
but
was it? What they look like?
I don't know.
As the One Piece encyclopedia guy, what do they look like?
It's recent, supposedly.
Okay.
And he looked bigger, like a big buff guy.
Did he have a
But
mustache?
pink lips, maybe a mustache.
Did he have horns?
I don't think so.
Okay. He had pink?
Well, hold on. I could just look up Chris Briner.
Chris Briner.
I think his name was Chris Briner.
So you should have caught Chris Sabat. He's Zoro.
He's
one of the crew members.
I thought Chris Sabat is.
He's also Vegeta and Piccolo and
No, I know that.
and All Might.
Yes. He's not Zoro, is he?
Yes, he is. Chris Sabat is definitely Zoro.
Whenever someone says Piccolo, I think of
He's coming. All of them.
Spike from Buffy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think of that clip when him and Goku are fighting that in the first in Dragon Ball, and he like shoots Goku with like a laser through his body, and he's like,
Was that a
"Well,
Toonami commercial? Or
No,
what?
this is a real thing where Goku
Real?
gets. It's really happened in real life. Ukog, Goku gets up, and he's got holes
Oh, I
on his
guess his
body, and he's
name
like, "I'm
is
glad.
Ukog.
I guess I'm lucky you missed all of my internal organs." And then Piccolo turns and goes, "All of them?" And then there's the one where Frieza's coming down the ship, and like Piccolo's the first to sense it, and he goes, "He's coming!" And that one makes me chuckle. Piccolo is like up there, right? Piccolo's like probably top 3 in that show. Of my
I
favorite.
think one of the
characters.
funniest parts is when Frieza explodes Krillin.
Krillin, no.
I'm so far out of what you guys are talking about.
Freezer.
I don't.
I'm gonna
I don't-
deck you in the schnoz.
If this is the cat playing Shoto, he looks like the dude in the
Is this
picture.
the cat?
David Martranga, then is his name.
What?
But it looks like the dude in the picture.
What?
Looking at the actor, he voices Shoto.
Uh-huh.
And you know what sucks? I wanted Logan to get the bottom plaques of his like plastic statues. So we didn't have to bring the statue. We just brought the plaque, signed that. But we also opened up Universe's cards. And then he decided to get the Universe card signed. And it wasn't like a dope ass one either. It was just whatever.
It was a crap one or whatever.
So, but he was happy.
That's good.
He wanted to go back and get what's his name, Deku.
Deku.
And then I was like,
Shut up, Deku.
you told me you're gonna just get an autograph. That was 40. To get a picture with them was 60 and 40 together, and I was like, or I'm sorry, 20 and 40, so it was 60. I was like, I don't want you going up to, because we need to find something for All Might. I'm like, no. We're not doing another 60.
Chris Sabat
another
is
60.
also Chris Sabat's at every convention, so you can probably find him very easy.
I thought you could just walk up, get autographs,
No.
like buy their product, and have them sign it.
No, they're not like comic book artists.
That's what. And then the comic book.
Everybody's a celebrity nowadays.
Artist alley was just empty, and they had like Jim Lee was there, and
Really?
You say hi to him?
Stephen Mc. No.
Hi, Jim Lee. Remember me?
They
From
all
what?
people disappeared. That's what thing is. They were in line forever for do the voice Shoto, and no one tells them anything. You're just standing there in a line that's just there, and I'm not used to that. I thought of like remember we went to WonderCon.
Time out. I've only ever seen the Japanese version of My Hero. In the English version, they call him Shoto.
Yeah,
Interesting. I mean, they call him Shoto in the Japanese, but only like does everybody call him Shoto?
Yeah.
Like, everybody,
yeah.
like, not just the students.
Well, he goes by.
They go by Todoroki sometimes too.
I believe so. Shoto
Okay.
because
This
when
is now
when they
My
choose-
Hero slash
no
Dragon
we'll,
Ball
no
Z.
no we'll get off it.
This is a Shonen
But I was
Jump
just gonna say
podcast.
when they're picking power or their names, he's like Shoto, and they're like, "You're gonna use your regular name as your
Yeah.
supervillain or your superhero name."
Yeah, because he's a punk.
So-
Because he's a punk little bitch.
Because he's pretty much one of the most powerful ones there. I'm sorry, having the powers of fire and ice is pretty strong. I always think ice. That's why Iceman's an Omega 5 level.
There's a lot of weird stuff when it comes. How much of My Hero have you seen? None of it.
I seen them do some fire mission in a burning building. They broke the levels or something.
That's like fucking
And
season
then-
1.
That's season
episode
1. It's
2.
I think that's dope. They make them go through training when they have to go through the building.
and then they get in trouble. But the girl like did something with her bubbles.
She
or
won.
something. I
No,
don't
she doesn't make
remember.
bubbles. She controls gravity.
I don't remember.
Yeah, what's her name?
Her
Gravage? No.
name's Grab something. But her real name is Uraraka. Uraraka? I can't say that without doing the Japanese version.
Maybe I did see past that
Uraraka.
because I saw when they went to the building and then all the supervillains came in, and then
All Might showed up to beat up
People
that weird
started
brain bird
dying.
guy.
I don't know. That's all I
The
remember.
Nomu.
Well, regardless,
Regardless, what?
I
You can't
was
just say regardless and not.
I was
follow.
getting back to what we were talking about.
What were we talking about? Genius?
How much all that crap costs. But no, he had fun at the convention.
That's good.
And
Kaizugo ni ore wa naru.
sure.
That means I want to be king of the pirates in Japanese. That's what
Uh,
Luffy screams at the end of the episode.
but it wasn't for me. It wasn't comics and superheroes. It was just all anime.
Yeah, you should get into anime.
It's a oh, that's what I was gonna say. Where I said, regardless, it wasn't like they have just tons of booths everywhere for people, but it's like you have lines and you can't get near it. You remember when I met Ernie Hudson, Ray Park? They're right next to each other, and you're walking right in front of their tables. Mm-hmm. And I stopped, got an autograph, talked to them for like 20 minutes. You keep walking.
20 minutes?
But that was pre-MCU.
Yeah.
20 minutes? You get 20 minutes of these people's time.
Yeah, you just have to.
We waited like an hour to
less.
see Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, and that was
but that's fucking Jeff Loeb.
He wasn't actually.
That
He
was when
Jeff
Heroes was the biggest show.
Yeah, it was
TV.
to be real. Back then, he was doing all the Marvel movies. I'm sorry,
you should
studio
stuff. You should just go walk around the lobbies of
but
different
Ernie
hotels
Hudson,
that are around
Ernie
there.
Hudson, we literally sat there talking about Ghostbusters. About
yeah, but doesn't he like talking about Ghostbusters?
Well, he wasn't doing any work, so he was talking about the next one at this time was supposed to be 3. And he was saying that Bill Murray was the only one that wasn't game and getting it off the ground.
Adult Boba Fett was like $50.
Yeah, little Boba Fett was annoying as hell. It's funny because he ended up doing Clone Wars after that. But Ray Park, I talked to him for a minute because I said that he should play Iron Fist, and that's been rumored before. So he's like, I'm waiting for the call. He's like, I've reached out to Marvel about playing him. So these people would sit there and talk to you. It was just, I don't know, maybe it was just different times.
Life was just better back in my age.
This was so they revealed that day at WonderCon Venom and Spider-Man
Venom and
3.
Spider-Man 3. I forgot about that. We
That's
didn't
how long
we didn't
ago
get to go
this
see
was.
it. We didn't get to go into the hall or the room. It was too packed.
I feel like we saw it somehow though.
Probably on video or
Because
something.
do you want us to play it again? And I feel like the doors were open or something.
Oh yeah, that does sound familiar.
You sheeple.
Yeah,
Even that movie fucking sucked.
Come on, baby.
When that movie came out, I was so excited,
And it was terrible.
and I loved it. I ate it.
You did?
I
sit on it for a minute and be like, maybe
no,
this was actually
I
bad.
did know there was.
Sometimes you just know people.
I loved the guy I don't care for no more, James Franco. I loved how he acted.
It's
in it.
crazy.
You liked New Goblin?
No, I like James Franco. I liked
Not
Harry.
New Goblin.
Harry being a dick, and he's like so good.
And then it turns into New Goblin.
Not the Harry dancing in the kitchen, but the Harry
on,
when he's
baby.
like, "I'm taking your girl,"
Let's do that.
and then he's eating food, and he's like so good, like in front of Peter, like
that smirk he does.
yeah, he's like hella evil about it.
Oh wait, he like
Topher Grace ruined everything.
Wait, is it
for me.
is it that thing that James Franco does where he kind of closes his eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But Topher Grace was already
Well, he's like kind of out of it.
ruined it because it wasn't Venom,
Venom.
and the
Venom,
fact that they had to
Venom,
keep pulling
Venom,
back and
Venom,
showing his face, and
Venom.
it's like
I mean,
he's
they
a
still
little
do
skinny
that.
guy.
I mean, they did that in Black Adam every time.
And Tom
Pierce
Hardy.
Brosnan needed to talk,
Yeah, but
or they had him hold his helmet.
you
on his side
expect
the whole
them to
time.
do that though. It's Pierce fucking Brosnan.
I don't.
You really think Pierce Brosnan's
don't.
gonna take a paycheck and then they're not gonna use his face? They're just gonna keep him in a
So,
helmet the whole time. Then why not just sign
What's
him
the
to like a
excuse
video?
for Mandalorian?
That he doesn't, you're saying?
That Pedro Pascal wasn't an enormous actor at that point. Pierce Brosnan's a way bigger actor than Pedro
I
Pascal.
don't care who you are. You're getting paid to play a character. If
And
they
I don't
say
think,
keep your
but
mask on, you
Pedro
keep
was never
your-
the body, so he was paid a voice actor's amount of money.
He was never in the suit. You don't think he acted someone in the suit?
No, they have a suit double. I thought, besides the part where he takes the helmet off. I don't remember him being in the suit.
I was hearing something.
That was me going.
I'm gonna look crazy on this video today. I keep like
What?
looking around.
Well, we have a weird hookup today.
Yeah, what's next on the agenda?
On the agenda was
We're done talking
a
about.
lot of stuff we were talking about too. Talking about.
Can we talk about Kanye?
No, that's far from us. That's for the other podcast. The Wrap reported basically there's nothing for Henry Cavill right now. They're not even worried about it right now. Superman is not in.
So he just quit.
He's playing World of Warcraft right now. He built a new
Probably.
computer and he's playing.
Why would he need to build another new computer?
They said that I know.
He got a lot of clicks on this.
They said Peter Safran, the guy that's with James Gunn, they're fine tuning the long term goals right now. So there's nothing on the platter for Superman, and people are pissed off because they're like, "Restore the Snyderverse, restore the Snyderverse."
He's been tossed around like ideas on Hive.
And then of course The Rock has already gone on record.
I
Convincing everybody.
cannot stand him
The Rock.
anymore.
Me and my dad were having a talk
He
about
is
that earlier.
so up his own ass.
So, real quick, I'll just say this.
He just wants to be the center of attention.
He said they're the only reason why they brought back Superman. He basically said this is our generation of Superman, and he needed to do it. And it's impossible to kickstart a hierarchy of DC Universe with Black Adam without the most powerful man in DC, Superman. So he basically said that he had to bring Black Adam there because he needs the most
Black
powerful
Adam's
man.
a new Superman.
He wants it. So I hate seeing the pictures of Black Adam in the middle and like Superman behind him and like Aquaman in the back, and I'm just like, an LA Expo just happened and they had banners and it has Aquaman, Black Adam, Wonder Woman. Then it has Patterson.
I'm gonna have a breakdown.
But Affleck has already refilmed stuff for Aquaman, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, I've already talked. I feel like
they're going to Flashpoint something, and people are going to disappear.
I feel like I already talked
Never
about
gonna
it.
release that fucking movie.
I feel like I already talked about it in the last podcast or the one before. How much The Rock has been bugging me, him and Kevin Hart, but The Rock mainly. The Rock has turned
You
into
mean
a
The
guy,
Rock and The Rock's dick?
Yeah. The Rock has been a guy that I really genuinely liked and thought he was such a good guy. I know he probably is a good guy, but his humbleness is turning into annoyingness, and it's almost
It's
like
about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour.
he
put in the
you
work.
see
put
when he
in the
did that.
Power.
They're
And
like,
take what's
when
ours.
you get pumped up in the gym, what music do you listen to? He's like, well, you have drive, you have power. You're so cringe, like in front of all the kids. And he's like rapping it, and I'm like,
we stay hungry. We devour.
you're just
putting the work.
you're
putting the hours.
You're feeding
Take
into your
what's
own
ours.
bullshit.
He rhymes hours with hours, like a true rap god.
And it turns into the guy that I know personally. It turns into those kind of guys
It's himself.
that start posting all the
Are we talking about Liver King?
live life love shit.
Live, laugh, love.
Isn't there a home is where the house is?
Yeah.
No, we have something different. But anyways, it turns into he's like a meme about life and this and that, be good and grateful. That's great, but it's like every day and it almost starts feeling fake now. And people are getting really tired of it. It's like, we get it, dude. We get it. I mean, back in the day, people were like, he should be president. I'm like, sure, I'll support The Rock. Trump sucks. Well, I'll take that.
I don't think any.
Now,
Did you hear that
Sure.
Ye offered to Trump to be his running mate?
Jesus
He
Christ.
offered for Trump to be his vice president. That's how full of these celebrities are of their own shit.
Well, and that's what blows my mind. And that's what The Rock is. To
Now
the
you can
point.
learn about his childhood.
And did they say The Rock? I like his TV show because it deals with a lot of old wrestling.
Do you like his TV show?
I don't watch
Okay.
that.
You
It
made
goes-
it look like you were like. You made that classic Ryan look where you disagree.
You have a
with
Ryan look like Jim. The Rock was cool for a little while. I mean, I really liked him in movies and stuff.
See, I was always against The Rock because I've always been a Triple H fan. But it turns out Triple H is actually a villain in real life. So.
He's saving WWE
No,
right now.
apparently he's like.
He's bringing back
relatively okay
everybody. It's
He's like.
it's business. I got
It's-
old enough to realize
it's
that a lot of
business.
stuff is business. And it
Wow,
sucks.
what a profound fucking statement.
I was Team Stephanie Triple H. All
And they got married and had kids.
yeah.
Team Jericho.
Jericho hates them. Hates all those people now. Turned their
Yeah, but now
back.
Jericho's full of his own shit too.
Yeah, I lost respect for Jericho. I used to love Jericho. Is still a great
Break
wrestler.
the walls down.
But anyways, but yeah, it says Guns. He's interested. Like he did a poll on
Was it on Hive?
Mammoth.
It was on Mammoth? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
on Hive.
It was on Mammoth because everyone hates Twitter now.
Except for
it's,
it's Mastodon.
Mastodon,
Mastodon.
pterodactyl.
Mastodon.
When he asked,
Saber-tooth
And
tiger.
Mr. Terrific came up and
Tyrannosaurus.
he made a list, and who
which
was the number one vote character that people wanted to see?
In.
DC.
I don't remember.
And he put a poll out. He put a list of people. I haven't seen this.
Nope.
Who could it have been? Who can it be? Is it Ragman?
It-
I know it's not Ragman, but I
Who
kind of
would
hope
people
it's
want to see that
we have never seen before.
never seen before, and he's got the charisma and character to?
Was it Lobo?
Is up there. He's already teasing Lobo. I keep track
Is
of.
it Booster Gold?
Yep.
Yeah.
Booster Gold was the highest voted.
Of course he was. I'd love to watch the James Gunn Booster
So
Gold.
that's
movie.
what I
Oh my
think.
god, are you fucking kidding me?
So that's what I think. James
the Blue Beetle. Poster
James
came out
Gunn-
today.
The blue is that
Yeah,
just
but he had nothing to do with that. But I'm
was that
saying what
Jaime
James Gunn is
Reyes,
going
or
to
is
do.
it-
Yeah, it's high.
Okay.
Jaime. What James
Wasn't
Gunn?
Booster Gold with?
No, he's
No,
with
he's with-
Ted Cord.
Yeah.
It's
But
that's
is
like
his name Blue Beetle too?
yeah, he
It's a
but
different.
God,
You know how superheroes
Ryan, you know
work.
nothing. You know nothing.
I don't care about DC.
Who do you
besides
think you
the
are?
Magic characters.
Ryan,
You are
you can't say
miserable,
that on air.
presumptuous,
I
no
don't.
talent, piece
You
of
have to
shit.
know
I
some
like
stuff.
I like Wonder Woman and Zatanna and
So Ted Cord, so Booster Gold's time traveler.
I
Ted
know
Cord's like was like a Batman style Blue Beetle. He was like the owl guy from fucking Watchmen. That's like exactly what that's like.
Owlman.
But he found the Scarab. He gets killed. Jaime finds the Scarab. The Scarab bonds to him, and that's a whole different reason why he's the Blue Beetle. Right.
So the older Blue Beetle, the white
as
guy.
far as I remember, this
the
is
white
how
guy,
it's-
does he have the scarab?
he's dead. He finds it. He's an archaeologist.
So how
by
did he
trade?
and Booster become homies? So
I think Booster just pops back and they just hang out. They're
Mateus?
they're JLU. No,
He
they're
wrote that run
JLI.
where they're all.
JMS.
It's like Dr. Fate, Martian Manhunter, Blue Beetle.
No, that's J. That's J.
Justice League International.
That's Justice League International. JLI. Yeah. It's
But I think that's what James
Mr.
Gunn's going to
Miracle-
do is what he did with Guardians. He's going to go pick out
Big
obscure
Barda.
characters. And that's why he's not focusing on Superman, is because he's going to make these people. And that's why he showed pictures of Lobo, getting people hyped up. They showed Mr. Terrific pictures.
I like Mr. Terrific.
And people are getting all hyped
He was already
up.
in a movie.
Just because you think he's Hawkman doesn't make it.
There's
Take
apparently a
yourself.
script where Mr. Terrific was the Hawkman role and they swapped him out at some point.
It probably should have been that. What, they didn't like a guy running around on a bunch of balls? He's still like T-spheres.
I mean,
Did you go ahead.
Hawkman should have made sense with like his power set and stuff.
Just well, the movie just should have been set in the past.
Yeah, no skateboards.
The kid that's like, Mom, I brought people. And he rolls up with skate.
My favorite thing is when you see a kid
That's
with-
like Power Rangers, like showing up at the end, like we're gonna throw rocks at people or something.
Oh, they throw. Did they throw rocks at one point when
No,
they
they
fight
do.
all the? No, when
They
when
get-
all
they-
the
they get
all the
sticks.
They
zombies
call
die,
for the
that's right.
diamond cutter,
that's what
or are they
that's
part
the
of
symbol.
the rock?
So like through the whole
The
movie,
Rock?
the whole movie, they're kind of like
Rockefeller?
they're trying to sneak it past you that the Rock is the one who got the powers and he's not the kid he's talking about. The kid is his son, because that's how it is in the comic books. Is he gets the powers because his son dies and then he wants to take
Turns out
revenge.
the son got the powers.
And they gave it to his dad.
And
so he
gave it
could
to his
save them.
dad, and then
And then
5 seconds later,
immediately gets
he goes,
shot by arrows.
Get shot.
Immediately. And then the Rock doesn't think, oh man, now that he's
Why didn't the sniper
dying.
kill the other, or the whole family before the kid got there and like passed out?
I guess you could ask a lot of questions about a lot of movies on why.
No, this is
happened.
different.
No,
This movie's
this-
a lot different.
because the Rock claims it's like the greatest movie ever, and it's not.
What did he say? We're like a 4A movie now.
A24.
A24. What's all A24 movies?
Hereditary, Witch.
Why would he compare himself to those movies like they're
'Cause
independent?
You mean the Vavitch?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like cult
Classics.
critically claimed cult.
'Cause he's like, I guess
classics.
we're
Critical darlings.
I guess we're like A24 movies now since we're not like this and this and that. And I'm like, what? No, you're a big
kind-
blockbuster movie that broke even and didn't make money.
We're glad that Black Panther's doing good.
I
We're
don't
all-
even know why he'd bring that up. Who cares? Like, you made your movie.
I don't think The Rock likes black.
That's hilarious. His dad's black.
He's part of the nation.
I can't. If I had my opportunity on TV, that's what I would say.
I thought he was black.
Kanye West
time of my
doesn't
life.
like Jewish people. Just do the
Black-
same thing to him.
The Rock doesn't like
Farouk
black.
was his friend.
Yeah, he was in the Nation of Domination. Let's be real.
That's awful, by
Mark
the way.
Henry,
You can never get that.
sexual chocolate.
Did you guys hear what Tarantino was saying?
About his last film?
No, about Marvel.
Is that the Scorsese
I mean,
thing?
Kind of.
What he's saying makes
Right.
sense.
He's on Two Bears, One Cave?
Two.
He's with Tom Segura or whatever?
First of all, he won't take any job from Marvel because he doesn't want to be a hired hand.
He's mad because
Which is true. That's why Edgar Wright, I believe, left, was because they're like, you can make a movie, but you have to do it this way. And it's like
Edgar Wright doesn't do that.
And Edgar Wright has his own style.
A lot of people are like
but-
pissed at Edgar Wright, and then he goes off. He makes like what? There's a Baby Driver after that,
Probably.
and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, right. This guy's good at directing, but he doesn't know how to cast."
You saying part of Marvelization? Yeah, he does.
No,
Of
he
Hollywood-
casted Kevin Spacey as a guy who calls somebody baby through the entire movie.
Kevin Spacey's a great actor. He's not a great person.
That's an understatement.
Part of the
Didn't that
Marvelization
come
of
out to
Hollywood
be
is you have
false?
to
He won that case.
Maybe.
you have all these actors. Let's try to be him, who've become famous playing these characters, but they're not movie stars. He's like, right, Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person
Yeah,
to
Chris
say
Evans isn't
that.
a movie
I think
star.
that's been said a zillion times, but it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star. So, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Shang-Chi?
Simon Liu.
Simon Liu. He went on Twitter, was like, if only the gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had the opportunity to lead a $400 million plus movie.
That's true.
I'm in awe of the filmmaker's genius. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to point their nose at me anymore. Then who actually says, he said no movie studio is perfect, but I'm proud of the work that we've all done and the diversity. And he says, I love the golden age of movies too, but it was white as hell. So, but who actually jumped
Wait, is that
in?
because it was black and white?
Yeah, was Samuel Jackson, which I thought,
Samuel?
because I thought, yeah, it's like
He's
Tarantino.
been in Tarantino movies.
I know he's been, but he said it
It's like
takes.
shut your bitch ass up.
He
white
says
boy.
it takes an actor to be these particular characters, and at the sign of a movie, stardom has always been
to the valley.
what
the shadow of death.
stardom has always been what puts asses in seats. What are you talking about? That's not a big controversy
What
for
you talking
me.
about, Willis?
He said Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther. You can't refute it. He's a movie star, which is true. So I get it. I get what Quentin Tarantino.
Well,
is
if he sat
saying.
down with any Marvel fans, like, what if I got this person? It just brought Captain America back. We just got a different actor. People be like, what the fuck?
Well,
Like Chris Evans is Captain America, right?
I get what.
Well, he's the Steve Rogers, right?
I get what Quentin Tarantino is saying, where it's like, yes,
No, give this old man no respite.
when you play a character, sometimes that character is bigger than the star. Because, like I said all the time,
They all are.
they're here before us. Spider-Man's here before us. Spider-Man will be here after us. But that doesn't make these people less of an actor, or saying it, or taking, because you are taking away. Like I did watch,
These people are movie stars. Chris Hemsworth, Robert
I know
Downey
the Supermans
Jr.,
effect.
and that's what
Scarlett Johansson,
my
Samuel
thing is,
Jackson.
My thing is like, we have Anthony Hopkins, we have
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, Claire Blanchett, right? Blanchett.
Claire.
What's
Kate?
it? Kate Blanchett.
You mean
Hell
Carte
would've sent you
Blanche?
strai's to
Huh?
hell. So Hella would have just sent you straight to hell.
I
right
know.
now.
There's so many good actors.
Galadriel.
Like, who's actor that plays Odin? Not Odin, but the actor, Sam Neill
I don't remember.
from Jurassic Park.
I know. Oh, is that Sam Neill plays
Grant?
him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grant. Yeah,
I was like, I think you asked
Sam
me.
Neill. I mean, you got fat ass
Matt Damon.
Russell Crowe
Oh.
as Odin. There's a
Melissa
million
McCartney.
actors that are in these, so it's kind of hard to just say these people aren't actors. Maybe it's different
Elaine?
when they're in a movie. I know that's for me really weird. Her as Val,
Did she get a no job?
she might have. I didn't pay
I
attention
just-
that much.
Who?
Elaine, Val.
Here's a weird fact about me. I like a pronounced nose. Not too crazy.
She had a role in Black Panther.
But I
was surprised.
when she was younger, she was very attractive. And if she got rid of that nose, it's a real crying shame.
I liked your old nose. if a girl got a nose job,
If they got it, that's their life. It's
I
their
know,
choices.
but not in your favor. How do I say this? It's gonna look a way that you like it. Would you be all like, yeah, honey, I'm all aboard? Because you're gonna be aboard no matter what if you're a good dude. But like excited, like, I can't wait, a new nose to have sex with. No, okay.
I don't even think like a boob job appeals to me. Like if a girl come and be like, yeah, I want to get a boob job.
I just want to build.
What size do you want me to get? And I'd be like, I don't need you to do that.
I just want to build a joke.
You want to
back
get
and
one
forth
I guess.
between boob jobs and no boob jobs, and like for my wife, I want to have everything. I
I personally would not
Would
put.
that being comfortable?
yeah,
I wouldn't put
that's some mystique
Like a
stuff.
slider? Yeah, some type of-
like a video game when you're designing your
Yeah,
character. You gotta put
exactly.
your wife in this little machine. Just
Just have fun, you know.
It's like what's
Did it
Cyberpunk
Pink
where
have
you're
a
like
video where she did that?
Yep. It's pretty normal. That one, I think.
Or was it Stupid Girl? Maybe if I act like...
I don't know.
is this Pink?
That's what he was
Is
saying.
Pink a gay icon?
I would say no.
Okay. I didn't know you were like if you were like thinking about
was
it or
a
you were
long-
I had a-
offended by my
I
question.
had to think
Long
about it.
discussion,
I feel
or
like...
long thought process. Dude, I can hella hear them getting, or I was sick. My voice is the voice Lois likes when Peter wakes up and he talks all.
She's an everybody person.
I mean, I don't hate her.
Sorry, I had to think about that a lot.
She's kind
she's
of
not-
manly to me.
All she does right now is she just does her trapeze
that a problem?
flipping.
Is that a
She
problem?
still does that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'd have an issue or not. I'd have to date someone. I'm a pretty.
I thought you were gonna go on like an Andrew Tate thing where no, women cannot be masculine in any
I'm
capacity.
a pretty girly guy where it
Do you know who
comes to
Andrew Tate
like
is?
Nope.
being soft. I'm
Do
pretty.
you know who
soft.
Nicholas Fuentes is?
I've heard the name.
Okay.
God, you gotta learn some Andrew Tate, man.
Do you know who Sneeko is?
No.
Do you know who Fresh and Fit is?
No.
Who are all these people? I don't know all these.
They're just the red pill community on the internet.
Jesus.
They're the worst. I hate them. I don't hate them.
Do
I
they
guess.
hang out?
Yeah. It's always a really awkward. This is definitely a conversation for the other podcast. Maybe we should talk about this on the other podcast. But it's always a weird circle jerk when you see them talk to each other. But the
Right
funniest
on, King.
The funniest
Right
thing
on,
is
King.
Andrew Tate was on this super big streamer XQC's. He's on. I stream with XQC and Aiden Ross, and Aiden Ross is another huge streamer. Brought his friend in.
I can't stand.
And then
Aiden
I'm
Ross.
just hearing words right now.
Aiden Ross says, "Oh yeah, X, this is my friend." Blah blah blah. And X is like, "I don't give a fuck. I gotta go pee." And then like Andrew Tate loses his mind laughing because it honestly is a pretty big dick move to just be like, I don't give a fuck. But that's also not how you talk to normal people. If somebody
Aiden
was like,
Ross had a look of socialism, and
he's a fucking idiot.
he was pronouncing everything wrong that he was reading. And don't be wrong, I messed up a lot too, but there was some stuff that like I'm like, how do you mess up on that? Then he saw like on the search engine like something about a Nazi. He's like, guys, this is why I hate you guys. That's why I hate my followers. It says like you're saying I'm a Nazi. This is ridiculous. And just got out of it after that. It was so weird. But I only know him because David Dobrik has a girl that hangs out with him a
Isn't
lot.
David Dobrik canceled?
Kind of.
Didn't he almost kill his friend?
I like Jeff too. Jeff's kind of a dick, but reminds me of Donnie. Jeff got slammed.
He got fucked up, right?
Are we talking about real people? Or
Yes. This guy got like hit
David
with a...
Dobrik wants his friends to get drunk and record him. I used to like David Dobrik a lot because they always have fun. And I'm like, that's cool. Then I started realizing he just wants them to get fucked up so he can record it and make.
really
It's like
dumb
when
fun.
when your dad talks about people that he knows.
Yeah.
Expected
You
everybody
don't
else.
know, you know. You don't know who Dave Dobrik is though? He black hat. He always makes videos.
You've for sure seen him. He's like one of the biggest.
He's hosted.
fuck
He wins
boys on the
Nickelodeon
internet.
stuff, but his friend they put him.
He's like
on,
cancerous Mr. Beast.
They put him on a crane.
Am I wrong?
No, he's cancerous, Mr. Beast. Because I upgraded to Mr. Beast after him. Because my son didn't watch David Dobrik. He's way too adult.
Dude, Mr. Beast. The more I see him in interviews, it's like personal interviews and stuff like that. Some big dick energy right there. Like, dude does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just make it. Oh, this was crap. I'll just throw away this like $2 million. And I'm
Does
like,
that make you like him?
It's if he. the fact he makes them as much money, takes enough pride in his work to throw away a $2 million video just because he wasn't good enough. I respect that. It means he cares about his investment, his business, and making good, proper content. He doesn't want to put out
crap.
The guy donates openly. Like, you can check out all of his history. He's super open about it.
On Thanksgiving.
He's like, I'm thankful for Mr. Beast.
Hopefully my brother doesn't listen to this, which I doubt.
Which brother?
Emilio. I shouldn't say. But he kind of got in an argument with me. I didn't really go back with it, but he started just really shitting on Mr. Beast. And it's funny because, like...
It's hard, right? Because you don't want to seem like a fanboy.
Yeah,
you're like, whoa,
I don't want to die on that hill.
Goku could totally beat up Vegeta.
Yeah, but no, see, that's worse. This is worse because it's a grown-ass man.
It's another grown-ass man.
And I'm older than him and putting him on a pedestal. And I'm like, yeah, but he gets money back. He's like, yeah, but he records it and he's trying to show... Because his kids watch it. Because I watch his videos.
Does this guy not understand how investments work?
But I told him, he's like, that money he got when he first... On his first video... was from his mom, and then he, used that to make money. And I was like,
yeah, because Emilio, I did it again. Because you've never had anything in your life that's given you some of whatever.
But I told him that what I remember reading and if you watch a video,
who's banging their feet? Who's stomping? Ryan?
I watched a video where he talked about it. He got a sponsor of $10,000, and his mom told him, "Don't spend it all."
I got a small sum of them.
I got a small loan of $1 million from my father.
She said use like 5,000, give away the 5,000 for the video. And he's like, no, I'm doing all of it. I'm doing $10,000 to a homeless man. That's what he did. It got hits, got the money back and some, did it again, went and gave away money.
You don't have to make this argument to me.
No. But this is how that's what I'm saying.
Can you tell me about why your brother got so mad? He
just was saying that it's all for like that, like to get to do something nice, but to do it on video. But I said does
he not realize how tax write-offs work either? Like that everybody donates to charity solely because they get some.
But that's what he's saying, that maybe we're praising them for the wrong reasons, because I'm putting him on a pedestal, but he's basically still making money.
Your brother just sounds like you,
like me.
He sounds really jealous.
He could be, but yeah, I think
because you can't tell me Mr. Beast does not put a lot of effort into the videos when he fucking like creates an entire Squid Games thing.
Well, like I said, he does a lot of things. He has the
buys an island. He doesn't just buy an island, by the way. He buys an island and builds on top of it.
Yeah,
but because he buys all that, or does he pay people to do all that?
Well, he's not there hitting there
Ryan,
with the hammer and nails.
Because that's how the real world works. Because everybody who's ever made anything has done it with their bare hands and not through the use. No.
Philanthropy page.
Art's not a real thing that provides value into the real world, so that doesn't count.
What?
Art. That's the only thing you could create with your bare hands.
Well, we better wrap this up and go home.
This isn't art.
This is always art.
This is commentary.
But he does a lot of philanthropy, like on his page, his philanthropy work. I mean, philanthropy, and all his tree building and all that. But he does a lot of donating to. I mean, just because you're famous, you don't have to donate.
I first heard about him when he was doing the tree thing.
Yeah,
and the thing was, he didn't just donate a bunch of money.
He had a lot of.
He got a bunch of people to do it, like a bunch of fucking people.
And he didn't have to donate food where he does donate food and stuff. Granted, you can make content with it and all that, but you're still doing at least.
How do you expect to make content ad infinitum if you're not making content, right? How does Mr. Beast continue to fuel being able to donate, being able to have cool videos, if not if he doesn't make a little money off the top to be able to put back into the business?
He always says he pushes his clothing and stuff like that. He says, like, I put so much money into this video. Please make sure you guys buy clothing and stuff like that. That'll help out. Now he does candy. Now he's got the burgers.
So what does your brother want?
I don't know. I don't want to get too much onto it, but I just think
I'm just like kind of really annoyed at your brother because he seems really out of touch about how the real world works right now.
You see,
Ryan's pulling a Darman.
You see, the lesson in this episode was don't kiss your mother. That's incest.
I haven't seen that one.
It's not a real one. My favorite one is when Macaulay Culkin steals an Xbox from a kid.
What?
You haven't seen that episode?
It's Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
He's in a real Darman?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll find it for you.
I have to watch this.
It's like something about he like steals an Xbox or he sells an Xbox to a kid that just rocks.
Damn.
I think I've seen that one.
It's Macaulay, and they don't tell you before the
steals his-
episode that Macaulay Culkin's gonna be in it.
Does he steal his mom's credit card?
Something like
and
that.
And goes to the mall and buys it from outside?
Yeah, it's like some guy sitting in a little open area.
Oh my
That's
God.
Macaulay Culkin, and I'm watching I'm watching it.
I got it.
I'm not even watching it. I'm watching somebody watch it. And all of a sudden, you see somebody walk, and I'm like, "Is that Macaulay Culkin?" And then it gets close, and the YouTuber pauses it, and it's for sure Macaulay
God
Culkin. So it just
damn.
comes out of nowhere, steals an Xbox.
Barman
from a kid.
videos have like disappeared from my timeline. I don't know.
They know
maybe
you're
I
making fun of
haven't.
it.
I haven't clicked on it in a while, so maybe it's just.
I haven't watched any of the
popping
Hope.
up.
I kind of lost
Generation Hope.
Generation Hope. That just got too absurd too fast. It peaked.
I need to watch it with people. I need to not watch it by myself.
It definitely it like had a bit of an arc where it was like each one was getting more and more crazy, but now they're just fucking off the wall. I mean, when I watched the episode where the girl whips the black kid in the wheelchair,
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
His friend runs and just leaves him. I always thought
No,
that was
he goes
messed
and
up.
gets the mom.
I know, but I wouldn't leave my friend getting whipped in a wheelchair. He's defenseless.
Have you ever played any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
2 was one of my favorites.
Have you ever played Revengeance? The
I had it and I started it, but I never finished
There's a
it.
theme song in that. And somebody put it over that scene where the kid's in the wheelchair, and she's like, I'm gonna whip you forever, all 180 years since slavery's been eliminated. You've taken that God-given right from me. And then right as the mom comes and grabs her hand, the beat drops, and it's like,
Damn.
I'll send it to you. It's so
That
funny.
game had cool, like
Fucking great
style to
music,
it.
great. Yes, style. I was the first one to really do that. Like, you could manipulate objects almost any way possible with cutting and stuff like that. You could literally cut up stairs that would prevent you from getting to the end of the level.
I'm surprised it hasn't got.
You could just take the
remastered,
wrong. What?
I'm surprised it hasn't got remastered.
I think it is remastered. There's Metal Gear because it's Metal Gear Solid Rising. Revengeance is the it's a PC port. It's the
It's not on
remaster.
console though.
No, it is. The remaster's not because it's not on modern consoles.
Anyways, yeah, so I just think it's just Mr. Beast.
I realize you were just like me. Sorry, I was singing your theme music as you do your final speech.
No, I said with the whole Mr. Beast thing, I just think it was.
You just beat the shit out of your brother?
May-
Left him in like a bloody pulp
Maybe
in the middle
it
of the
was
table?
because I sat
Reach
there
across the
and
table.
I praised him as much as maybe the kids praise him.
Oh.
And it's a little embarrassing
He sucked his dick?
of Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm.
For $1 million challenge, sure, why not?
First person to take the tongue off
final-
my dick.
Final thoughts, movie review.
Are we going to review a movie?
Black Panther.
I'm going to take a piss real quick. So give me a second.
All right.
Do you want to do like a walkthrough of it? You just want to go right into the review? You want to do spoilers, non-spoilers?
Spoilers are fine, I think. I think just our thoughts on it. We don't need people that saw it.
I thought it was great.
We don't have to walk through it.
Am I okay now?
I had very low expectations. The fact that T'Challa wasn't going to be in it really bugged me. And I was like,
They should have just brought him back from the dead.
dude, they
do a
should
little
have. They should have.
resurrection. It's no problem.
They
It's
should
just-
have recast T'Challa.
Say some lines backwards in Latin and just fucking do it.
I'm still on on the team of recast T'Challa, but they made it work.
They did.
I feel kind of.
Corn Kid.
He's not the fucking corn kid.
Corn.
Namor saved it immensely,
Namor was great.
but they did.
Nino Amor, you mean?
They added a lot.
Oh, no, what
of,
does he say?
A lot of Mexico.
It's Nino what?
Nino Fuentes. It's Nino whatever. It's like the sun without
love.
The sun whatever, and he's just like no more. Very
Sounds
sexy.
like
Black
more.
Panther's very lucky because I would say it has one of the strongest supporting casts of all the MCU movies.
That is true.
Whoa.
You don't need one person to carry the entire movie.
That's why I was thinking when they're like Wakanda Forever is coming out, it's just gonna be about everyone else around them, and
think
it's like
that's
about
what
Wakanda.
Black Panther's not even in the title of the movie.
It's not Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
You know, my buddy didn't know that there were wings on Namor's feet.
Really?
A bunch of people I know had no idea there were wings on
They're
Namor's
like,
feet.
what the
They were
fuck
like,
is that?
they were like,
They didn't see
somebody
that they were wings
was
when-
like, I don't know why that wasn't so common out here. He doesn't have wings on his feet. Oh, it was Connor. Connor was like, he doesn't have wings in the feet on the comic books, and I was like, yeah, he does.
Are you fucking high, Connor? Yeah.
No, Namor is because he's got wings in his feet.
Dude, him
I would
fighting was
sure-
savage.
When he throws that helicopter into the water, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
When Baku gets punched. Oh!
Yeah, he's like,
I was getting mad. There's a lot of articles that go, rumor is he's just as strong as Hulk and Thor. And I'm like,
In the wall.
motherfucker, look up like the old comics. Like,
Is
yeah,
he?
like near, even like out of
Isn't
water
he?
sometimes. He's strong. He's a strong
well, it's like the thing
motherfucker.
of Hawkman too, right? If you spend a bunch of time underwater, like that
Defenders
deep, you
team
got to
is
be strong,
pretty
right?
Overpowered.
You get to wall
Who?
that water.
Defenders.
Doctor Strange,
Hulk.
Namor,
Hulk,
Iceman,
Silver Surfer. Iceman's not in the
the original.
That's-
Oh,
cast.
No, he's not. Oh, he is a defender.
he is a defender.
He's in the new.
I was thinking about because he's part of the champions.
Is Beast
too.
also a new defender?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you got Moondragon.
Man Thing.
No.
Is it Black Bolt, Black Knight,
Black Knight has been in it. Nighthawk was in
Nighthawk? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Is that the guy who
Nighthawk.
goes like this?
Yes, that's
it.
Nighthawk.
Luke Cage is in
He
it.
doesn't just go like that, but the hero click goes like that. Yes.
Okay. I bet I've also seen comic book covers where he's flying at the comic and he's going like this. He's got the wings on his arms, right? He's
Are you
got
thinking
that-
of Black Bolt?
No. Am I thinking Darkhawk? Who am I thinking of?
No, not Darkhawk.
The guy with
Darkhawk's got the visor.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
what I'm thinking of.
Darkhawk's is sad.
Oh, Nighthawk's the guy going like this, right?
Yeah.
He's the Prime.
Yep.
Oh, you're thinking of HeroClix. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are these poses?
But he said all in the comics too.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But
Darkhawk for sure goes like this. In the
I don't.
Oh no, we lost video.
It's fine.
No videos.
Show the
Actually, it's
corn.
back up.
You can show the corn
It-
kid.
It was.
No.
Oh.
Con.
But the thing of the whole movie was
That
a really
Namor
dumb
was
plot.
A better Black Adam than Black Adam was.
I couldn't stop myself from thinking about that when he's flying. I'm like, this is just. Like,
But he's not buff as Black Adam. Because
No, he's got a little bit of a punch to him.
The Rock said that they gave him padded suit first, and he's like, I'm not doing
I don't
this.
need a padded suit. Then that other guy's like, thank God for the padded suit.
Well,
The guy
because
plays Shazam.
they end up changing it for the new one.
Well,
he's not in that much of a padded suit.
Well, it's
But
not
I think
as
you need to
padded.
have a little, not padded, but
It makes more sense for like Shazam and
like
Black
cap
Adam, right?
cap suit. It's got looks
It's got
like
it's supposed to have like bullet proof.
yeah,
Kevlar
that's
armor.
what I mean. Like
And armor is usually in the shape of your body
Not
because
like-
your body tends to be
not like
a
making
shape.
it look like Popeye, where it's like you're like huge. Like let's be real, the first Shazam is a little goofy. I almost didn't want to watch it.
But
'cause
that's
how
it's a
goofy it
kid,
was.
but it's a
The new one
kid's.
was-
But the
interpret-
fact that a kid, I read the storyline of the second one. It's horrible,
no,
and I'm pretty sure because the leak
no
matches with the trailer of what I saw.
no.
And do you know what I blame? Black Adam, because
Did it make it go darker?
no, it's just goofy, and they couldn't have real bad guys. They have. I believe both villains are made up, except
Why
for
does
one
he-
isn't made up.
Why does he want to fight Superman so bad? Why not just fight the character you were designed to fight in the
He
comic
wants
book?
to be the main character.
When he read Shazam, he said this was stupid. This isn't.
You're
fun.
stupid.
This isn't. This.
The point of Shazam and Black Adam is the juxtaposition of a childlike nature and a belittled old man.
The funny thing is, watch Shazam again, and picture the bald dude who's a real villain.
Martin, no, it's the guy from it's the
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
Take me home,
The guy that should be Lex Luthor?
Control.
Yes, but hurt? No, not hurt. I don't know. Regardless, watch it, but pretend he's Black Adam through the whole movie,
Yeah.
and you could tell Black Adam was supposed to be that part.
He's got lightning powers too.
Yeah, and The Rock probably. This is me guessing, but a lot of people have been backing this up lately. That he saw it and was like, "No,
is dumb.
Black Adam's my thing. I'm not playing this part. It's too goofy and like fun." Black Adam needs
I'm
to
sure
be
he
dark.
said, "I'm not playing this. It's too goofy and fun,
Do you
not
remember
childish
The
and
Rock was trying
dumb."
to be Luke Cage.
Was he? I remember back in the day, I was like, I'll allow it.
I don't
just
know
'cause
if I'm allowed to say this, but he's not black enough to be Luke Cage, right?
You know, when he was in The Nation, I thought he was black during that time. I was
He
like,
is, isn't he? He's
Well,
like
because
a
he
quarter.
kept the hair a little bit, and he had a little Jerry
His
curl
dad's
in
half
it.
black, right?
I have
Yeah.
no
Oh my
clue.
God. His
Or his dad's black?
dad was his wrestling name. Well, he's Rocky Johnson, but the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. That's pretty. I'm sorry to say,
Like
pretty
Nation of Domination isn't subtle either.
black. Yeah, true.
Or what was
I gotta watch the new season because it's about him becoming Rocky Movia with the pineapple hair. Well, they go through his little kid where he meets Hulk
Does
Hogan.
JBL join the Nation of Domination?
No, JBL is back.
Or he
though.
just gets with
Was
Farouk?
D'Lo Brown in?
He's back.
He's Baron Corbin's manager,
No, is he saying racist stuff again?
kind of. As much as he can do.
Who was Becky Lynch playing in Eternals that they cut her scene?
I have no idea. I heard about that today.
It was so depressing that they cut it from the.
I'm all
End
about Becky
credits.
Lynch too.
Yeah, that movie is depressingly slow.
I'm mad that Harry Styles is Star Fox, even though I love Star Fox. I was excited.
You love
for it.
a rapist?
He's not a rapist.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Back to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It's weird though because I watched Black Panther recently, and I cannot believe.
Is it supposed to be a clamshell, or are they throwing the Kamehameha?
Yeah.
I cannot believe they're throwing up the what's his tribe called or his Takon what?
Tolkien or not Tolkien, Tolakan.
Toloka.
Tolokan.
Tolaka?
It's not a real thing. You can't look it up. I tried
The
looking it up.
scariest thing in the movie was the
You didn't like the
their power to
The siren
make people
signs?
walk into the ocean and drown.
presumably drown and die painfully.
Well, they were throwing up the gang sign for that tribe.
Throwing around Kamehamehas like
They said they wanted them to have a Wakanda Forever.
Oh, you
type
you
thing.
fucking think?
Yeah.
No, I know.
Wait,
but
excuse
that's what they
Imperious
wanted.
Rex
They spent
or
a lot of
whatever.
world building.
Imperious Rex is a whole different story though.
He
'cause
screams it down.
I know Wakanda Forever was
What did
made.
they say though? They say something else. It's like Tolakan.
Yeah, that's what I
Something?
was telling Ryan that they say something like Tokaliki or some
Oh, it's
shit.
Tolakan Rise, but I don't know what they say. I don't know what it is because they say it
and they're
Aztec or whatever. Are they Mayan or they Aztec?
I didn't like that it was going to be away from Atlantis. I was like, "There's no way they're still going to keep it part of
I
Atlantis."
really liked
but
It was
I
good.
did.
I
think,
really liked
I
the
think it was the
aesthetic.
best thing they could have done.
Namor is probably like one of the better parts of the whole movie.
Oh yeah, I think
they-
if he wasn't in it,
Oh, can we talk about how the mom should not have died? The queen should not have died.
But they needed
Shuri to be.
I know,
like,
but that
all
seems a
fucked up.
little excessive.
I mean,
They just
it's
kill
not-
literally everybody.
I know it's not like Sherry didn't just lose her brother. Her dad already died.
Now she just lost her mom. Yeah,
they
she's got a new friend.
they want Corn Kid.
No, Riri
Ironheart.
Williams.
Oh,
Yeah, how'd you feel about that? I didn't mind the suit.
I didn't think
well, it's not going
Riri.
to be your suit.
I didn't think Riri was
I know.
needed.
I just said I didn't mind this suit.
They could have made anybody that character, and the movie would have functioned.
Yeah.
But I think
Everett Ross.
it was
They
just for
needed
them to
something
set
for
up for the
Disney
TV
Plus.
show.
Yeah.
Also, I guess now we know Everett Ross and Elaine Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Can't believe you know that whole name.
It's Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, but I just
yeah,
call
it's
her.
weird.
I just call her.
I have to watch it
Conti for
again.
sure.
When did they call that out that they were married?
He
And
just
that was
says,
like in the
she
middle of
just
the fight,
says it.
like-
She's like, "Oh, you were like blah 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 when we were married." He's like on the phone with, or they're driving the car or whatever. He's like, "You're not this way when we were married." And she clearly wants to still bone him, which is weird. Does that mean he's the one who got a divorce? Because she
you
is
could be
toxic.
you could be divorced and still want to bone each other. The sex chemistry.
Yeah,
can
but he
still be
didn't
there.
seem that about it.
I liked the idea. It's weird, like thinking about writing this, how they'd have to think about telling the story. I don't know. It seems like it took a lot.
I did not
it
realize
seems
what they
like-
were doing in the first part of the movie when they were trying to print the thing.
It seems like it took a lot.
'Cause I totally forgot that Killmonger had burned all those plants.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
totally
That's
forgot
right.
that. I was like,
I
oh,
didn't.
yeah. Well,
Ryan was scarred. I know you want to make a black joke there. 'Cause
I
Ryan's-
enjoyed the Killmonger thing.
who are you expecting?
It made.
But there's no resolution. There's no like she doesn't see like her dad, who that actor's still alive. That could have been that. She doesn't have like a resolution for that.
But they couldn't have it the resolution yet. It had to come later.
They wanted her to.
But she doesn't have a vision of anybody.
She had to come to revenge. And Killmonger, let's be real, people are obsessed with him being one of the most loved Marvel villains. People love him, dude.
I like the.
They
angle
like
of
Michael
her-
B. Jordan. They don't like Killmonger.
Killmonger.
He's more Killmonger. They gave him the hair.
He annoyed me.
They've given
as
the hair, right?
Killmonger, but
With the where it's like
the
the
little braid.
well, it's
all this
a
stuff?
braids on the back, but it's like shaved on the side.
I don't know.
I like the
I just remember
angle
that
of her having no spirituality. Like, she's like super science. She doesn't believe her mom saw T'Challa when she was out.
He put his hand on her
Yeah,
shoulder.
that was a figment of her imagination.
Mom, it was the figment of your imagination.
Like, she was just so down. Nothing.
They did a good balance with. Sorry, Ryan, but they did a good balance with the languages in this. They always do.
The languages.
Where they speak their language, but they're not like all. It's not like the whole movie's in subtitles, and it's like not like the whole movie they're not speaking English. There's usually a reason they're speaking in English. They'll like speak Wakandan when they're like talking amongst themselves personally, and then they'll speak English when they're in America, and then the same with the those the Mayans, the Tolokans should not know to speak English. I don't know how Namor knows how to speak English.
I don't know.
Did they ever?
I don't know.
Does he bring it up that he's like been up above land multiple times?
His origin makes sense.
he-
So they're all skin color underwater, right?
Yeah.
And then when
Yes.
they come up,
They're blue. Yeah,
I like that idea.
but that they don't explain that. So it was
They
getting
didn't
me
need
into
to. You understood it.
not immediately.
I mean, they got.
Maybe I'm a
powers from,
moron, Ryan.
Yeah, you're in the middle of the theater,
genius.
like, what the hell?
I just like
Is
I
anyone
couldn't nail
else
it down.
seeing this?
Because
They're
sometimes
blue.
I believe they're even skin color when they're just standing in water. That's what was fucking me up. I was like, when are they blue? When they not blue? And like when they were in the underwater cave, I don't think they were blue.
They are blue
I don't know. I don't fucking.
because they're not in water.
Well, but they're standing in water though. I distinctly remember at one point, they're like either waist high or whatever in water, and they're all skin color. This is maybe even earlier in the movie, right when they get the powers. But
Do they say if
That's why I remember
what
confused.
descent they're from? Is it Aztec?
They were just.
Is it one of
indigenous-
the races that were wiped out, but we didn't know?
They're all the same race.
They were just
They're different
indigenous
tribes.
people that ate the heart.
Well, they had to do that while they were dying.
the blue heart herb, and then they set up civilization.
See, and I like that they
Did
did.
they mention Hernan Cortez?
I don't think so.
Okay, because if they mentioned a specific like, conquistador, I could probably pin the time down a little bit better.
I did like that they had a herb.
Don't say that. It's like a name.
You're
You're missing the T.
the blue herb.
because
Don't-
it kind
don't
of
say it like that either.
It balanced it out with Namor's, or I'm sorry, with Black Panther too. I like that.
You
that
get an
they-
herb. I get an herb. Everybody gets an herb.
It just
You
was
think
a
that
good
there's gonna be an
balance.
Asgardian herb?
That'd be dope. No, I'd be tired at that point. I like just the parallels between Namor and Black Panther. That's why it's sad that
Hickman did a good job.
Black Panther's not there because it's supposed to be what they both represent or whatever. But I was shocked, and I think if Shuri didn't have that vengeful story, it wouldn't have made it work. If she didn't have that story and she was just
You killed my mother.
Well, supposed to be, she got kidnapped by Namor, and T'Challa was gonna have to deal with being snapped for 5 years and having a 5-year-old child. That was part of the original.
That
script.
sounds very like wacky family
Sitcom-y?
movie. Yeah, like hands in the air, shrugging. What am I,
I
supposed
guess
to
I have a
do?
kid. And now I gotta take him to school
Who is-
and save my
Who
country.
is this baby? Give this baby a pacifier.
Get this baby a
I say
pacifier.
the things that
Do they have like vibranium pacifiers?
That'd be dope.
what they probably cut.
Why
from
would
the
that be
movie,
dope?
Which is probably in the full cut that they've teased about. Is they cut a lot of Midnight Angel stuff.
I don't get. Okay, that was in the comics. What?
It's in Ta-Nehisi Coates' run.
What?
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I have that. Oh no, do I have that trade? I think I gave it to a friend.
Is he a good writer?
I
Yes,
mean, he's a prose novel.
I've heard.
I don't really-
I've heard she's a. Or I'm sorry, heard he's a really good like novel writer.
Yeah.
I have never read anything he's ever seen. All I've ever seen is his opinions.
Oh, not the greatest opinions.
Well, I just disagree with him on some things. He's really into the Black Power thing.
Of course.
That's rough. I need someone to have a little bit of a balance. Don't, of course, me.
That's
He's black.
You're not allowed to be that into Black Power and not be okay with people being into White Power because it's almost that close. It is almost that. Yes.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. You can be too pro-black, and if you start looking down on other cultures and other races,
You can be too pro anything.
yeah. But I'm all about
I'm not
you.
saying pro black. I'm pro black.
I'm all
I'm
about.
just not about.
I'm all about
anybody
people celebrating whatever,
having
but once
power.
they start saying their culture is better than everyone else's,
We're
or
all the
whatever, I
same in
don't
the
know.
eyes of the rich.
We're all the same in the dark. We're all pink on the inside. Sorry. But far as
I think we upset Ryan.
we think he's got a Panther meeting after this.
He's come back with all his friends in their leather jackets and give us a good roughhousing.
Um,
Just push us
don't
around.
think
Not
Ryan-
even like beat us up, just push us around.
I don't
in a
think
circle.
Ryan knows any other black people. Ryan never was part of a black crowd.
That's because I'm light skinned.
You don't get drafted,
It's
No,
different.
that's a thing. Light
It's way
skinned
different,
people.
really?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
There's
But
white skin
there's-
privilege. There's light skin privilege. There's like you're not really a real black person. You don't know the real struggle,
They don't cover that in Black Panther.
especially if you're mixed too. It's
Yeah,
like being
Ryan's
mixed is
mixed
like
too.
I imagine that's super like isolating because then it's like
Speaking of mix, because I'm thinking of Namor as a Mexican.
see Ryan's on the C race. He's a gamer.
I
Gamers
I
rise
hope-
up.
I hope
I believe
a
in
lot
gamer
of his
power.
movie stuff ends up falling into comics.
But with Namor, wasn't he always
Namor.
He's
almost
very
said the wrong
Asian.
word. Asian looking,
What did you almost said?
Oriental?
And
Express.
probably
You guys always get mad when I say. I always think it's.
That's
okay,
like
word.
something says in 1940.
he's very character. Like
I thought
his
he was-
first drawings, his head is a triangle, and he has squinty eyes.
I thought he was
It's
at least
very-
Hawaiian. Like when people fan cast him, it was always Asian guys or
Why would he be that though? If he's from
Because he
Atlantis,
likes the water, bro.
do you guys know where Atlantis is?
And
I've never been to
Well,
Guess
I
what
think-
ocean the Atlantis is supposed to be inside of?
Atlantic.
Yeah, what that would not make him.
the other thing is he's in the Invaders.
Yes.
Yeah, with the Human Torch, that's a robot.
Like does most of that take place in like
The 40s?
World War II?
Yeah.
So whoever wrote it was probably thinking of Japan and like
But why would he be on our side?
because it's a comic book.
Yeah.
Was there a German on the Invaders team?
Union Jack was
British.
British.
His name's fucking Union Jack.
I don't
The
know.
Fought Red Skull.
But regardless, it was hard at first to get the idea of he's just like a Mexican dude basically. And
Well, he's not.
I do not like the nose ring. I don't like that in real life. That's why it really bugs me.
He only has it in.
He should have had.
ceremonial.
You know Tassiger, the magic card.
Why am I drawing a blank?
It's a guy sitting on a chair.
Oh yeah.
He's got those giant
Delph?
he's got those giant nipple piercings that are
Yeah.
like giant needles.
Yeah.
That's what he should have had.
No.
Just like 4 of those.
Did you hear they CGI'd his package down?
Yeah, I saw
but
that.
He talked about that.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
Not, it's not real.
It's not.
It's not?
He said, I don't want to lie to people, but
This isn't
they
this
didn't
isn't a
do
new Willem
any-
Dafoe story.
I thought it wasn't because he had a big one or anything. It's just maybe it was distracting.
it was confusingly large.
I
That's a throwback.
I know that's an old podcast.
Willem
joke.
Dafoe has a confusingly large penis. There, I said it.
We'll find out one of these days, William.
We'll get him on the podcast when we're big. So,
Can Spider-Man
show it to
come
us.
out to play.
I watched
Finish
that
the line.
Huh?
Finish.
I watched that 2 days ago.
Finish
Which
the
one?
line.
Do
First one.
Oh, the first movie? You know what I realized? I appreciate Tom McGuire more in the new one. Like he seems like he
He's been
seems
through
like
some
a
shit.
cool
Well,
older
yeah.
Peter Parker in that one.
He's been through The Great Gatsby. Dude, being friends with Leonardo DiCaprio will take a lot out of you.
Yeah, it would.
Because, by the way, The Great Gatsby is how I imagine Leonardo DiCaprio is like. He's like some weird pixie dream girl.
I
but
just
a
picture him
guy.
as the guy that's breakdancing in Wolf of Wall Street when he's popping and locking. Have you seen that?
The real guy?
No. Have you watched Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, it's based on a real person.
Yeah, but when they're at the party and he just starts popping and locking, it's just like that's how I
My
picture
favorite,
Leo.
he's talking to the guy on the phone. He's like doing that like finger thing
I just
where he's like,
what-
it's like I'm touching a vagina.
one of my
Fingering.
favorite things in the movie is that he wants to die high on the ship or the yacht. Give me the fucking preludes or whatever the fuck.
Quaaludes.
Quaaludes.
Are you talking about
Yeah,
The
the
Titanic?
preludes.
Oh, well,
What?
begin.
So are we talking about Titanic?
No, it's Wolf of Wall Street.
That should be a thing. Somebody just jam all of Leonardo DiCaprio. Once we get AIs advanced enough, we're gonna make a movie where it's every single Leonardo DiCaprio movie jammed into
Yep.
one.
It'll work.
The Wolf of Titanic. The Wolf of the Titanic.
There's a lot.
The Great Wolf of the Titanic. Unchained.
Great Wolf of the Titanic.
Unchained.
Cocaine Bear?
We're not
Are they
gonna
making
go
a
there.
movie about that?
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
they
mad.
were, right?
It looks funny.
I'm mad because I wanted.
You wanted a horror movie or something?
No, back in the day, I think it was even when you're around. I wanted to make it a board game when I. Never mind.
Is this like the Clifford the Big Red Dog and
Yeah.
idea that'll never happen? Just wait, they will make a Clifford horror movie. Horror movie?
Oh, we're talking
not
about.
horror
We want a
movie.
Clifford horror movie.
Well, if it's a giant dog, it's not going to listen to you.
And
It's a giant fucking dog. It does whatever the fuck it wants. Even if it thought I was playing, it'd still probably kill you. Right?
I'm trying to think.
It'd pick you up in its
Besides
jowls.
Winnie the Pooh, there's another horror movie that
They're gonna do Bambi,
Bambi. There's
Then-
another movie.
which makes me
Mr.
think
Nobody.
of the
It
Rock
has a
SNL
trailer,
skit where he's
whatever
like
it is.
Bambi
Is it
looking
Pinocchio?
for revenge.
No.
Pinocchio's already a horror story,
There are no strings to hold.
which
Does
I hear
Ultron.
Ultron's coming back, which I'll be excited.
As
Probably in Vision Quest.
I heard
Spade?
a Vision Quest.
Spader?
I think they'll bring Spader back. They have to.
Good. I need to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I do
That's like
too.
It's fun.
that's like
Age of Ultron's
that's my
great. I
it's
think
my
it's a great
favorite
movie.
Avengers movie, even though it's
People
considered the worst.
hate it. People hate
Has
it.
the party scene
It's
has
got
good dialogue.
Vision. It's
No,
got
it's not. It's
Ultron.
beyond that. It sets up all the other movies. All the other movies after that, it sets them all up. If you go back and watch all the seeds that were planted, it's huge.
It's so just.
even what's the Hulk?
Yeah.
The Hulk is set up there.
Ragnarok gets set
Not even
up.
that Hulk.
Civil War
What's
gets
his
set
name?
up.
Cho, because his mom's in that movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the movies that come out after. It's set up.
And Ultron definitely banged her to make Amadeus Cho.
I think Joss didn't want Amadeus show, so he's like, I'm just gonna put her mom, and you guys are gonna deal with it.
Did she die?
Well, isn't he
Can't
prepping
remember.
for Young Avengers? Couldn't he a character be on the Young Avengers?
He's a
could be.
champion,
But-
he's never been on the Young Avengers.
Yeah, but you
though.
think the Young Avengers are
yeah,
going to
like-
be the
like
original
that.
Young Avengers?
And also, Ryan, like comic continuity really matters that much to the MCU. They'll put whoever the fuck they want on any team.
No. They are putting Amadeus Cho in the new Spider-Man.
What if Kitty was in
cartoon.
charge of the new Guardians?
Who?
She has been.
I know, but in terms of the movies, what if they just said, okay, now that we have the X-Men, we're also going to make the Guardians a little bit of an
I
X-Men
mean, if she
thing.
comes from space on a bullet, okay.
A what?
People would hate that, though.
A bullet?
It's a crazy story. It's actually a good story. It's Joss Whedon's story, too.
Oh, he hates women.
So that's
Oh, no,
the
he loves
rumored
women too much.
X-Men story that they would start with, which makes sense because they deal with a lot-
Astonishing? Mm-hmm. Like, where they're going to find Colossus and stuff?
I don't know.
What would you even explain? How does that one start? Where
And
Wolverine...
Colossus also be black?
Wolverine wakes up Cyclops and Emma in the bed. He's like, oh,
I want an answer to my question.
what?
Would Colossus also... Isn't it in Ryan's perfect world, the next team would be...
Colossus can't be black. His actual character
Is Russian?
like background is he is a farming, painting Russian man that wants to take care of his family.
What
and
about Nightcrawler? He's French. He's a gypsy.
Nightcrawler's hard because
Right? He's a gypsy, right?
Yeah.
his dad is a demon.
Azrael.
Is Azrael really a demon?
Azrael
Not a mutant, he's a demon.
And his mom
is a whore.
Is any race, any gender, anything, anybody?
The perfect woman.
I mean, she goes all. We don't know how old Mystique is.
The real you. Perfection.
As long as Kurt Lautner
no.
has some German in him, I think you could cast him as something else. But he needs to have that connection to Germany. He needs to have the accent too. You can't.
Isn't he French?
Isn't he German?
I thought he was French.
Pretty sure he's German.
I thought he was French.
Yeah,
No.
Doesn't he call?
He's German.
You're Fraulein?
Yeah, Fraulein.
Oh, okay. Then he's German.
Because I was like, wait,
Maybe he's Belgian. Maybe he's like a half French, half German.
Gambit's the more of a French type
Well,
character.
he's Cajun.
He's Cajun.
Yeah,
could be
but
black.
Is
that-
Rogue
the Rogue-
also Cajun?
No,
Rogue
she's
is
South, Southern Belle.
She does Bell. Which I get. Okay, so I get.
Anyways, I'll tell you what I
can
didn't like. Go
Wolverine
back
be
to Black Panther. I didn't like because I read the leak and they're like, yeah, they basically throw. They realize Namor is weak in heat, so they put him like in a microwave.
That would make
I
sense.
didn't think
though,
about that.
right?
I thought that was stupid to be like my weakness. Like I'm not.
Well, of course I thought it was clever because of course he's half human, so he can breathe oxygen, right? And he's half Atlantean, so he can breathe water through his.
he's
skin.
Blade.
He's blood
All their
doping.
benefits, none their weaknesses.
But he's blood doping.
But yeah, so
he's absorbing more oxygen than he's really supposed to be able to because he's absorbing it from so many other locations and so fast. So of course he's going to be stronger. He's more fuel to fuel his muscles, his legs, every part of him. And that's what they say. And they're like, well, if we can take that away, he'll grow weaker.
I want to know.
There's a physical, scientific reason for it, which is cool.
It just seemed weird because
Can
it
he
was
still
like
fly?
we have a hot box.
What do you mean?
No, because
with the wings?
She cut off his.
Do you think they did that?
wings.
Did you think they did that so they
Oh.
could have rotted that out and be like, oh no,
No, I bet you he grows them back. He's a mutant. He probably heals.
I'm a mutant. Okay, damn, bro. I don't know
That
what that
that
is.
was still cool.
But she doesn't know what that is.
But a lot of people got mad too. I think the final fight was good because it made Namor level playing field.
Is he the first mutant, or is Kamala Khan the first mutant?
He's
He'd be the first.
He's
mutant.
supposed to be the
Technically.
first mutant in general, even in the Marvel universe. I
And that's
believe.
not possible.
Apocalypse and Selene
Oh my gosh.
predate them.
Okay, it used to be Namor.
What about if you could time travel? Is there a mutant that can travel through time?
Cable?
Then he would be the first mutant.
He could go all the way back.
Uh-huh.
If I could turn back time. We're
That's a gay
definitely naming
icon,
our
right?
kid Cher.
Cable?
Yes. No, share.
On Twitter, I would say yes.
Okay.
But
You say
What-
share?
Yeah.
That's probably like one of the biggest.
Okay.
with
But
Shuri-
okay, wait, time out. Why is Cable maybe a gay icon?
Just how
Nate
people
Gray.
drew the character.
I wanna
in
say
the
big
90s.
muscling buff.
I want to say him younger. Nate Gray was very feminine.
I don't think you understand what
Nate Gray.
a
What,
lot of gay men look for. They don't look. They're not attracted to women. They're not looking for necessarily.
No,
womanly features.
he looked like what men would call, or gay men would call, like maybe a twink, because he's like very flamboyant.
I don't think that's why. I don't think the twinkiness of Cable is why. Right?
Yeah,
It's got to be
right,
because
it'd be
he's
like
kind of a
90s
bear.
Cable.
He's kind of
Really?
a bear, right? He's
I
buffer
like all
than a
those
bear is supposed to be, right?
pockets.
What?
He's buffer than a bear is supposed to be, right? Because bears are supposed to be a little bit chunkier.
It's very broad.
Oh, okay. See, I don't.
He's got all those pockets.
I'm an observer.
I think Always Sunny describes
It the
it
best.
very well.
Well, I was going
These are my
back to,
tools. My tools.
I was going back
I need these.
to the movie. What'd you think about when Shuri got stabbed at the end? People were kind of mad how quick she just got
Pulls it
stabbed
out.
and pulls it out.
Because he missed all her vital organs. All of them.
I mean, she has the purple heart herb in her, so like she has Black Panther.
Did she
powers.
ever get to do the vibration part where it's like she absorbs
No, but she's
the
got
hits?
She got the.
Her suit's different.
It is?
Yeah.
It doesn't have the abilities like the
She
other
never
guys.
Can you
used
just
it.
3D print those?
The suit?
Do they have to make them like a Tony Stark would make an armor, or can they just 3D print them?
I don't know. Because
Did
they're,
you-
they're nano. it
Did
looks
you
like.
know?
Nano machine, son. That's from Metal Gear Rising.
I forgot his name. Never mind.
Imperious Rex was cool, but I'd rather him said it in English. I never know why he says it. I never get.
Imperious Rex is what he said.
Trevor Noah.
What did
Trevor
you say
Noah
it
does her AI's voice.
I liked him as-
I literally could not tell. I knew before going in, and I was like trying to hear
Really?
the Trevor Noah.
Oh no, I 100% when I read about it.
I
But
don't
did he do it before you said? Didn't you tell me that he did it already in the first movie when they're in the when
don't think so.
the colonizers Bilbo when he's driving the car?
Let's go get the colonizer.
It was interesting that they repeated like everything from the first movie.
It's 22 Jump Street. They're doing the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what my whole thing is. The plot of the movie
But
is
it was-
really bad.
It was still a
pl-
different movie.
The plot was Namor's mad that Riri found vibranium. He wants her dead. They protect Riri. That's the story.
I feel like the Queen also overreacted to Okoye.
Yes, but she was also trying to like.
But you don't even ruin this person's whole life that you've trusted, like
Why did she want to? Wait, what? She got mad because
She kicks out Okoye out of
because
the,
Shuri gets kidnapped. Because Okoye fights a giant shark man
Yeah.
who could crush her with his
They
fucking
didn't do
bare
much of the
hand.
Tuma either. I wish they did, but that's kind of how I felt.
I think
about
everybody
I
thought
couldn't
he was
tell if
gonna.
they wanted them to bone or not. Him
I
and
think
that shark.
everybody expected him to end up being the final villain, and like her and Namor and Shuri would have to team up
Who had
against
to be
him.
the final villain?
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
He-
Namor shit would whoop a Tuma's ass.
Wait, who?
I don't know, but Namorita
Who the fuck
was,
are you talking about?
He was saying that
Is that the shark guy?
Yeah,
He seemed like he was gonna turn on.
He said
Namor
that
at some
people
point.
maybe thought that Tuma was the main bad guy at the end because he's Namor's bad guy. But
Just the way he like ruled the army and stuff. And Namorita is a badass.
Did we ever figure out who
She's
came
really
first?
mean.
Him or Aquaman?
Wait,
It
what
was
was,
Aquaman,
what was the
right?
question?
what
came
character came first in publishing?
Because I guess you like if you have an underwater character, you have to make him an underwater villain.
There's
And I
a-
guess it's not his half brother, so it's a little bit different than Ocean Master. But
There was a lot of discord about how Atlantis looked versus Talokan, and which
People
was
really
better.
argued against that.
Talokan is very difficult to
Looks-
understand what's going on.
Looks real.
No,
Yes,
no.
it looks like a real lived-in
Yeah,
city.
like a real lived-in city that exists under fucking water that wouldn't be totally destroyed because water crushes all rock around it.
Okay, I think the
So
Phantom Menace.
no rocks exist in the water.
No, you couldn't have a structured building stand underwater for
But
more than
it's
maybe 20 years.
Vibranium that they're using.
Got him.
God, true.
Phantom Menace.
Atlantis
I think
was a fucking theme park underwater with neon lights.
That's why I
and
liked that movie. Is 'cause
octopus playing the
it didn't need to be
drums.
realistic because I
the
enjoyed
fuck
that.
is like a cantina.
Although they
You've never seen that movie?
No, still haven't seen Aquaman.
Then they have to put the bottle in the.
you have to put up your Amber Heard shields to get through the movie.
I like how they put a bottle in that guy's hand with a map, and then bottles didn't exist back during Greek times.
In what? Aquaman?
In Aquaman, they have to put that bottle. Is it a bottle? What is it? They put something in his hand. Oh, spyglass or something.
But it takes place during present day.
Yes, but the only way they know where it is they have to put it in the hand
Yeah,
of the
that-
statue.
The movie's weird because they go on this whole quest.
It's
and
very
then
Indiana
a love-
Jonesy.
It's a love story between him and Mara. Then they have this like
They're together quite a bit
And
in the
Boba
movie,
Fett's
right?
his dad.
Right? They're in it quite a bit in the movie.
Yeah, Aquaman's in the movie a
No,
lot.
with Mira.
oh yeah,
She's in the whole fucking movie.
It's like Indiana
it's a love
Jones, like them jumping
story.
around together. and
Yeah, they're
stuff.
jumping on top of buildings,
Yeah, I
dodging
remember, yeah.
people. Then they like figure something out and they put these
There's some fun action
clues
scenes in the
together,
movie.
and they're like, "Oh, that's where the island."
And they then
Goonies!
Of course, the water characters got to go to the desert.
and they dry out.
They flop around. Help! Help!
the
What
water.
about we got a T'Challa at the very end?
Corn Kid,
Why is it the corn kid?
because he looked and sounded like him.
He did not.
That's racist.
That's a technical foul, even for you being a black man.
No,
What do you? Is it a smart move?
it's
Is it
smart.
good?
It opens up to many.
That's the only after credit scene
story
too, right?
avenues. We have
I appreciate
King
them
coming up. So.
I appreciated them. Oh, I.
It's just always odd when they throw these.
The
things
trailer
in.
was just the same trailer, right?
What?
We'd already seen trailer in front of Black Panther for Ant-Man. Was there a trailer for Ant-Man in front of Black Panther when you went to go see it? It's just the same trailer we'd seen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there was a new one that released
Oh,
this
okay.
week.
I haven't watched that.
That dude with the staff, that's the Infinite.
Are you saying
Who?
that because of Marvel
Snap. It looks like him, right?
The guy with the sombrero looking hat in the game,
He has the
like
glass
the
with a
20
face in it,
point,
right?
the 20
Yes.
point guy. Maybe
He has.
This
it looks-
podcast is brought
that's
to you
popped
by
up in my head
Snap.
too, but I
Marvel
don't-
Snap.
I don't know.
I've stopped playing Marvel.
Me too.
I've been sick, so I haven't been playing.
That doesn't make
That
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't want to touch my dude. I was bad. I didn't touch.
I don't
want
want to get my
or
phone
anything.
sick.
No, I just don't
I don't
want
wanna
to
get people
look
sick
at
through the
anything,
phone.
dude. I just want my eyes closed, sleeping. And I couldn't sleep. I played today though.
I give Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
A Wakanda Forever out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, that's
Two-
so high.
I take 2 points away because no Doom.
Yeah, Doom should have been the rumor where he was making them fight
Where
against
it's
each other.
what's his fucking name?
But we didn't talk about any of the sad stuff in the movie, and it was just all well done.
You got really sad about
The whole theater was like in tears the whole time. I was like,
yeah, but you cried over it.
I look like that meme where the kid has the
My buddy
veins in his
My
forehead.
buddy reached over and he grabbed my hand, just so he'd be safe and secure.
Did he?
No.
Okay.
I'm white. You think I cried over that?
There's few sad moments, but I think the only moving moment for me was just at the end where Shuri kind of let go and moved on. But a lot of people said like they dealt with their own shit with it, like dealing with death and.
Well, that's what the movie's about, right? It's about
Yeah.
mourning and
Well,
go.
not letting go
Then she
and
burns
then
the clothes
letting
at the
go.
end.
I just think it was.
I really like M'Baku.
Yeah, he's
M'Baku really stepped up.
That actor's also like pretty charismatic and fun to watch, and that's just an enjoyable character. I'm glad he's not a bad guy either, because isn't Manape a bad guy in the comic books?
Yeah.
And they can't just go around calling this guy.
And
Manape,
right now
right?
he is the king of Wakanda. They said.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm hoping he doesn't have the Black Panther suit. I want him to be in his man-ape suit.
You want him to?
I think Shuri's gonna still rock his Black Panther. While just because you're the king doesn't mean you have to be Black Panther. I think it's gonna be.
Or I hope she makes him a man-ape suit.
a mayonnaise suit. I don't
really
know.
think they're gonna call somebody Manape?
No.
Okay. You just want to say?
But-
Do you want it to be like
has
a?
all the
you want it to-
man-ape stuff on his
I know, but do you want it to be
costume.
like a monkey where his head's just popping out, or do you want it to be like? The
I
Black
want a
Panther where it's-
full.
They could do
man-ape
something
Power
like
Rangers
that,
costume.
like how Atuma's mask looks.
Mm-hmm.
They could do it like
His is
that.
just a shark.
Yeah, they could do
Shark-
something like that.
It's
with
not even.
Manape.
It's a shark skull. Sharks don't have skulls.
We are vegetarian.
Well, they do, but it's.
What does he say to Okoye about being a bald demon?
I don't remember.
Shut up, bald demon.
I'm doing 7 out of 10. Actually, I'm giving it a 7.2.
5.
Where do you rank it in Phase 4?
That's too hard.
Isn't it the beginning of
You'd have
Phase
to give me
4?
the list of it because, like, Shang-Chi's in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this the
Shang-Chi-
end?
Shang-Chi, this is the last one. Shang-Chi's above it. I'm sorry. It's just a better movie.
Yes.
But, again,
Eternals? Way below it.
yes.
Eternals isn't that bad.
But it's going to be below
Ryan?
both of those, though, right?
I am likely to throw hands at this point with you. That movie sucks.
That's fine.
That movie's so fucking
It's
bad.
below both those movies.
Have you seen
though.
it?
Would you put
Did you watch it?
Would you put Black Adam?
Oh, Eternals?
Yeah.
No, I haven't started yet.
See,
put
that's
Black-
how bad the fucking movie is that you won't even watch
People
it.
told me it's super long.
It's so fucking boring.
and I've watched clips of it, and it bored me.
It's so fucking
And I thought the
boring.
clips were supposed to be entertaining clips, so
There's no highlights to the movie.
Would you put Black Adam above Eternals?
Of course. Easy.
damn.
I got more enjoyment out of that shitty movie than a boring fucking movie.
Ryan's not feeling it.
They also had characters that were cool.
Did you say Black Panther was a 5 out of 10?
No, I said you said 7.2 and I was like 5.
Oh.
Because you were like kept adding numbers to it. No, I said 7.5.
So that would average us out to about 7.7.
7.75. No, I would be the average.
You would? Yeah.
No, it would actually be like 7.65, I think. I don't know.
7.65 from
All
Best
right,
There
it was
Is.
a 9 out of 10. We gotta raise
Nope.
that score up.
Nope.
It's a
nope,
3 out of
nope,
10.
Nope. Nope.
Now I lower it.
We did.
I'll take a
The
bullet on this
Pharrell.
one for Twitter, okay?
I
I'll
finally
look like
watched
the bad
No.
guy. Did you like it?
That looked really dumb when I saw the ship. Someone ruined
It's
it.
not a shit.
It's not a ship.
It's the alien or whatever it is.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
I really liked it too. I actually had a real I think I like that
One-
movie more than Eternals.
So I figured out it wasn't a alien. Like
when you realize it looks like a fucking,
I'm like, well,
it looks like a sand dollar.
yeah, I'm like
And I'm
talking to myself like, what if aliens are actually creatures?
It's
that
not
are-
even an alien.
I
It
know
might
it's,
literally
it's-
be an
it's
animal.
a fucking angel.
Well, it's an animal. We
It's
might
an
not have-
angel?
Is a lot of ways to interpret it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. I'll talk to you guys off this because I have a million of questions.
And he's talking to you guys, not me and Ryan.
Yeah.
He's talking. He's gonna talk.
I'll
to
talk
you
to
guys.
everybody. Thank you
He's
for
gonna
watching.
call
Make
your
sure you
individual
like,
homes.
you like, subscribe, share, catch us on anywhere.
Comment, hit that bell icon, dislike.
Make sure. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of dislikes. We're coming after you. Thank you.
Did we get more dislikes?
I don't know. Probably the one where I talk about the language. I have to apologize for,
For
that
sure.
one because I'm fighting for bad language on it.
Yes, you're literally fighting to use the
Uh,
R word.
language?
Yeah, you were. It's on the other podcast.
Him and Adam were arguing whether or not they need to use the word retarded.
I recommend you listen to.
And I was like, you guys don't need to use that word. You could just like cut it out of your.
I recommend
dialogue.
listening to Life is Full of It, the other podcast. We'll be doing another one. They're entertaining. I
Maybe not
recommend.
for Ryan.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to hear you be a bigot for an hour.
Anyone would be entertained by it. But catch that. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
Usually it'll be per month, but not right now.
Stop.
We'll wrap it up.
Ryan, endorse the podcast. If you're on this podcast, you have to endorse the other podcast.
It's good. Listen.
Okay.
And that will do it. Thank you guys for listening. Declan.
Oh, I'm still doing it?
Yeah, might as well.
That's a podcast.